Good morning and welcome to Money and Mindset with Dr. Money and Story Genius. Again, I'm Dr. Stephanie Ardrey and I'm coming to you live from Negril, Jamaica. Finally winding down my 3-month stay, but I'll be back. I've had a wonderful 3-month journey that started off with 2 months in Freeport, Montego Bay. And then the last month and a half or so has been here in the grill. And so I decided to stay behind while Dr. Thyonne returned home. And so she decided to make sure I wasn't wilding out completely by suggesting that we start this daily show. That way she could check in and keep me accountable. I did wild out a little bit. She probably started dropping notes about that, but I'm going to let her join on in so she can tell you more about it. And then we'll talk about what we're going to discuss today. So, hey, Dr. TV, Story Genius, how you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling great. And yes, you did wow out. I had no control. I couldn't, I wasn't there to really keep things in alignment. But she found her.
The part that's so bad is poor little Amanda. She had no clue what she had unleashed.
I said to her, to AJ, who was saying, I've been trying to encourage her to do this. I said, you don't understand. You broke the genie bottle. So there was a genie in there called Dr. Mooney, M-U-N-Y. And we were trying to keep Dr. Money on track. But Dr. Mooney came out of the genie bottle. And once that bottle got dropped, that was over. The bottle was cracked. It was broken. It was like, woo, woo.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're going to have an amazing. Don't keep telling them. I mean, they stop the pictures. Look, the photos start to change. I was so funny. I had the mask on. Remember how we've been supporting the local vendors? But I put the mask on, not even paying attention to the images on the mask. Like the images, you know.
You have to show us one of the masks. I haven't seen
like
Oh my gosh. I haven't seen the mask, and you're freezing up some.
In all kinds of trouble.
Okay. Okay. You telling the story.
Was that funny? That's funny. Yeah. So no, they were like, yeah, they like
Dr. Money got a little bit of everything, huh? So your internet is freezing up a lot. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Are you back at the Sands?
I told you. Yes, I told. See, y'all think I was playing about the internet? No, I like barely had internet, and I got up to Pelican Point this morning, and they were closed, and I couldn't reach anybody to know if they were running late or if they were nothing happened. So I didn't want to risk because it's like a 20-minute drive. So we had to turn around and just come back here, and just risk it here. So no, see, I wasn't making it up.
Yeah. Well, some of it you were, but it's okay. You have a little bit of internet. You could get a little bit of work done. So,
okay.
There, okay.
You are correct.
All right.
There's always a way. Yes.
That's right. So, Dr. Money, yesterday you got to go to. You went to Zimbabwe again. And I want to hear all about that. I didn't grab my coffee when I went away, so I'm going to let you start talking about that, and I'm going to grab my coffee. I really want to hear Zimbabwe.
Well, I'll do that. Hopefully you can. Well, then I can talk about what today's conversation is going to be about. If you want me to jump.
I do. I'm just having trouble with hearing you. I'm not sure what you're saying right now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's catching up.
No?
Yes, you're catching up.
So I'm going to, yes, okay. So I'll go, okay. Fabulous. So our conversation today is you cannot delegate your dream. And we're going to
Wow.
unpack what that really means.
I didn't know
that. Yes. Yes.
I wrote that?
Yes. No, this is,
Wow.
no, I wrote it. I just didn't have a chance to send it to you. And that's why I said I needed to tell you because you, no.
I was like, wow, that's really good. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So you cannot delegate your dream. I love that as a topic. Before you start with the delegation of the dream, though, can you tell us what happened with Zimbali? How was your dinner? Oh, we've lost her again. I really want to know about the dinner. Ah, okay. Dr. Money, are you there? Yeah, you're it's breaking up so that we can't hear, and I really wanted to know about the dinner. So maybe because your screen is frozen, maybe if you stop the camera, maybe that'll stop some of the bandwidth. Okay, all right. So now can we hear you? Are you still there? Okay, she's not there. She'll come back to the show. Well, the topic that Dr. Money began, that she actually wrote up, I guess, is you cannot delegate your dream. And I think that just folds right into what we've been talking about in terms of gratitude and knowing what you want and stepping out on faith for the things that you want. But I think it's interesting that Dr. Money came up with the topic of delegating the dream because many times we have an idea in our mind of what we want. Oh, Dr. Money's back. But many times we have an idea in our mind of what we want, but we don't have that confidence inside and that belief that we could actually achieve it. And so we try to section out. Well, maybe if this person did this, or this person did that, or this person did it, or maybe if I do this for these people, then my dream can start coming true. It's not true. You can't delegate what is for you. You have to be the one to walk through that dream, to walk to that dream. And when the title that she said, you cannot delegate your dream, I got a little leap and a excited about it. And I think I got excited about it because I work with a lot of clients in helping them to develop their story or their dream or what it is they want or what they'd like to achieve. And many times when I'm in the process of doing that, I'm not always tending to my own dream. I'm not always figuring out what I need to do to get to where I need to go. And sometimes I will think, well, if I support this one and I support that one, then maybe it'll help with where I'm headed. But that's not always the case. And I'm not saying don't support other people, but I am saying you have to support yourself. You got to figure out your dream and what's in it for you. It's the old whiffy, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? Because most people want to know what's in it for them. And in that, you know that you can't delegate out the pieces of what's truly you. So I'm going to let Dr. Money, she's gotten back on. I'm going to let Dr. Money talk about what she was envisioning when she thought of do not delegate your dream or cannot delegate your dream. Are you there, Dr. Money? And Dr. Money, I was thinking maybe if you turned your video off, maybe we could hear the audio better.
How's that? Does that help?
That may be a little. Keep
No?
going. Keep talking, and then we can hear.
Okay. My point was,
We lost her again. Okay, so we're back about what it means to delegate your dream. So let me just say, what does that mean? Delegating your dream could look like having a vision inside, having that mind's eye vision, having that heartfelt vision, having that purpose that you want to move into, and then sitting on it and holding it until you're not quite sure what to do with it. And then let's just say that the idea was writing a book, and you hold these pieces of the book. And finally, you start delving out a little piece here and a little piece there to let other people see what they think. They will start to tell you their vision of what they see, but not your vision. They don't know your purpose. No, they don't know your vision. So they're not able to do for you what you can do for yourself. So if you're delegating out these pieces of a story, for example, Dr. Money, we're talking about a book. If someone were to have a book project and they were thinking, I have this book, but not enough confidence to put it out on their own. And so they start giving little pieces of it to different people, delegating it out. Would you please read this for me, or tell me what you think of this? And in the end, you're going to have a bunch of pieces of what everybody else thinks your book should be versus what you know your book should be. That's delegating out your dream. When you have a dream or a passion to move forward, you must move on it the way you envision it, the way you see it, and stick with the way you see it. Now, it doesn't mean you don't listen to outside forces saying, hey, here's an idea. Had you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Yesterday, Dr. Money and I were talking about some property ventures for the medical spas. And she mentioned Portland. I didn't realize there was a Portland, Jamaica. I was thinking Portland, Oregon. And I have land in upstate Washington. And so I was like, well, what about Washington? We could just do it in Washington. We'll fly into Portland and then we'll go to Washington. Well, then I realized she was actually talking about Jamaica, but it didn't limit her opportunity of what she was thinking. She's still going to do her Portland, Jamaica project, but she's like, but we do need to look at that other land, because if we could do a retreat, a writing retreat wellness spa, now that might be something we could work on together. So it doesn't mean you're shutting out what people say. What you're doing is you're all of your purpose is gathering information and research. And the part that you have to do. I do my stories. I can't delegate those, but I can listen and learn and grow. I read other authors' work. I read the papers. I'm always taking in information. So I don't delegate the part that's me, but I absolutely can share out the part that can belong to many. And Dr. Money, you're back. It looks like we can get you. Oh my goodness. Every time I say she's back, she disappears. This is what happens when you have a genie in a bottle. I'm telling you, she's probably out there playing on the beach, but that's okay, because there's a time for play and there's a time for work. And she really did work hard while I was there. So her playtime, I'm sure, is well deserved. Delegating your dream, delegating your dream. Like I said from the beginning, that's a very good topic, and it dovetails from the idea of gratitude. And I want you to be grateful for even having the wherewithal to have a dream. Oh, here we go.
This is the reality of what's going on the last couple of weeks because of the rain and the hurricanes and the
Okay, we lost you again. Okay, I'm hearing a little bit. So my idea for
most people come for vacation, so
yeah, my idea was to see if you could put stop cam on, if you put the stop camera on, and maybe we could just hear your audio. But I'm not hearing it. We're trying, people, we're trying. So we talked about having gratitude for even having that purpose and that vision in that mind's eye. And that gratitude is going to take you to being able to fulfill the dream that you have. It will make it so it stays in your heart. It'll make it so it stays in your spirit, and so it stays in your mind's eye. As you start to move forward in achieving your dreams, your purpose, the things that you want to walk through in life, you are definitely going to have obstacles, and you're going to want to toss them to other people. All the problems you're just going to want to throw away. I'm telling you, you're going to just be to the point where you're like, I'm trying to achieve my dream. Let me throw away all the problems. The problems are there as obstacles to help you get stronger in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Every rock that you climb, you're going to be much stronger for the next moment. And so embrace those too and learn from them. This is where you get to move forward and take yourself to the next level. This is where you get to go through the journey. Nobody else can go through your journey for you. You get to go through the journey. And as you go through that journey, you will be able to see the things that you needed to learn. You will be able to understand better why you went through some of the things that you went through, because along the way, as you get further down your road, you're going to use some of those challenges that you had. You're going to know something that you wouldn't have known if you didn't have the challenge. So even those things that you think are bad, quote unquote, those are actually good things to go through. You don't want to delegate any part of the dream that is helping you to get stronger, wiser, and better in your craft. You want to make sure that you are walking through your purpose and your vision. Nobody else can do it for you. Now, Dr. Money, I see we have you back with the camera off. Let's see if we can hear you now. Dr. Money? Okay, we can't hear you. Oh, and she disappeared again. Every time I call her, she disappears. Walking through those obstacles, assuring that you know your way. Now, how do you know if you know your way, especially when you're on a new path? You really don't know. You don't know if you're going about this the quote unquote right way. Here's the secret. There is no quote unquote right way. It is your way. It is your path. It is your story that you're walking through. It is not about how anyone else did it, though you can learn lessons from others who've gone before you. You don't always have to create a new path, but when you're walking the path, it is your walk. Your footprints will not be the same as anyone else's. Your journey, even if on the same path, will not be the same as anyone else's. There are franchises out here, McDonald's, Burger King, these different franchises. When we have these franchises, even though they're the same cookie cutter franchise, the journey is different for every single owner. So your journey, even if you're walking along the same path someone else walked on, you have a designated journey of you. You have a unique story. That is the thing you cannot delegate or give away, your uniqueness. And I think we have Dr. Money back. Let's see, can we hear Dr. Money again? Dr. Money, are you there?
Don't worry about it. You just continue the conversation without me.
We can hear you now.
You continue the conversation. Oh, you can?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just saying the conversation without me.
Well, no, we can bring you in now. I've shared that you must have your vision, you must have your purpose, you travel your path. And I was just sharing that no two paths are the same, even though you learn from other people's paths. If someone's doing the same journey that you want to do, let's say it's a franchise, a Burger King or Chick-fil-A or whatever franchise you want, you can absolutely take the cookie cutter approach, but you still are going to have a unique journey that you cannot delegate out, because it is going to be your journey that people will appreciate, your uniqueness that you bring to that process. And with that, you can chime in.
I heard you touch on was the idea that sometimes what I hear people saying is it seems like some magical manifestation is going to take over, and then things are just know what that is. They don't understand the clue, and that's why it's so important to spend quiet time.
Okay, so I think Dr. Money's
You with
close.
your peers,
There we go.
and you discover that there's something that you do better than other people, your friends, people around you. Those are some of the clues. And especially when you think of what is it that you love so much that you would do it for free just because you just love it so much. You know, that's kind of where my son has, it's like, it's so amazing to hear him get it at different levels. So he has gotten that I love to teach, right? He's getting that I do it in business. I've done it at the university level. I'm always doing it in workshops. But the other day, he got it that as a mother, I also have a skill set of teaching. And in the manner within which I communicated something that we were discussing, it was almost like an aha moment for him, because he literally, after he got it, he says, Mom, you're just an amazing teacher. Like, you really are an amazing teacher. And so it's kind of that thing. So that's something that it doesn't matter whether I'm being paid or not. There is a gift that I have been given that I'm able to take in information and I'm able to re-communicate it to people uniquely in a way that it lands for them. And so, sure, I can work to improve upon that, but that's something that was given in my spirit. So, yes, I've had to work to develop it. One, I've had to know that I have it, right? And then I've had to practice and refine it in order for it to become all that it can be. And that will be a continual journey, right? I'll continue to work and refine and improve upon it. And in doing that, that's what I'm going to find opportunities for me where speakers and teachers are needed, and will pay for having access to brilliant speakers and teachers, right? That's kind of, you don't know exactly that your death.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
I missed some of it. It was in and out, but the main point is looking for those clues, understanding what it is you are great at or good at, and refining it and continuing to refine it over the years. As you do that, you will definitely sharpen your tool. In the 7 habits of highly effective people, the 7th habit is sharpen your saw. And sharpening your saw means doing that thing, that unique thing that is all you, that thing that only you do the way you do, over and over and over, and keeping it polished. And when you practice, your parents maybe used to say, practice makes perfect. Practice makes you continue to progress, and it progresses you to a higher level each time you do it. So we had a bad connection today. We're going to take a look at this video, because I know one thing: people can deal with bad video, but they can't deal with bad audio. So we're going to take a listen to it and make sure it's recorded properly. And if it didn't, we may have to do a retake on this one and repost it. But I want to thank everybody for being here today. I'm going to try to talk with Dr. Money a little later to see if we can even, if I can get what happened at Zimbali retreat, and we'll try to get that back to you as well. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Money. If you want to end the live, we can try to see if it'll stay on after that. It actually could be some problems with Facebook as well. Thanks everybody for your day. This is Dr. Thyonne, the Story Genius, and Dr. Stephanie Ardrey, Dr. Money. Thanks for joining us on our Money and Mindset show. Dr. Money, you're going to end the live? So there must be an issue ending the live as well, because it is still going live. So we're gonna shut it down though. Thank you guys for joining us.